Hello and welcome back to the SAAC Coast to Coast iRacing series. Today we're here at Texas Motor Speedway for our second to last race of the season. And I'm Ryan Bogie, and joining me today will be Shane O'Neill. And now Shane, obviously this is my first time up here in the booth. I don't know how many times you've been up here in the booth as well, but I'm going to give it to you and let you dive in on what to expect for tonight's race.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is only my second broadcasting appearance, so I'm thankful to be here. And Texas is an awesome mile and a half just because there's multiple different lanes for most of the run, and I'm expecting a lot of high intensity paint swapping and just an overall exciting race for us tonight.
Well, you mentioned that this is your second time in the broadcast booth for this league, so we're both pretty much relatively new to this. So this should be a learning experience, I guess, for some of us or both of us. But we should be winding down practice now. I believe we got 13 people here as it stands, and right now Brian Lorenzo is leading practice with a, if I can find the time here, 29.54. And I don't think anybody is going to beat him, as Ollie Reeves actually just went up to second, or third. Try to get down the track side here. So of course, the people who tune in to the Sectus or to the SAC Coast to Coast iRacing series each week, very familiar with these names. I'm familiar with a few of them, not familiar with all of them, so I'll get to be learning some of these drivers as well. But it looks like Brian Lorenzo is gonna top the practice charts as we head into qualifying. Let's see. We'll just find whoever goes on track first here. And it's going to be, it looks like Ollie Reeves in that 31.
He's always fast on the mile and a half.
This actually looks like he's waiting on pit road, so we'll go to Wyatt Roberts and that number 42. So he'll cross the line to start his first lap. While these drivers qualify, I got a little picture of the point system here. So right now it's Jordan Kuntz leading us over Cody Ramirez. 176 points. Of course, Kuntz is not here, Cody is. But I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat that 27 with just 2 races left. And what I kind of talked to a few drivers, and Mike, one of our drivers, he told me that this was just a straight shot playoffs or point system. So it looks like everybody doesn't look like anyone's going to be beating Jordan Kuntz. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Jordan pretty much has the championship title locked up, but there's still points battles for the rest of the playoff positions, so it'll be interesting to see how those shake out. And yeah, looking forward to some playoff action tonight.
Alright, sorry about that. Got a phone call, but I'm back. So we'll pull up the leaderboard here. It looks like Ramirez currently the fastest with Lorenzo second. Oh, and now Ollie Reeves goes up to the top of the charts.
Fast.
It looks like 10 out of 13 drivers have set a lap. Trevor Burns, Michael Walls, and Tarpley waiting. Up, Tarpley just went up to 9th in that 25 machine. As Trevor Burns and Michael Walls, they're both on the racetrack, so looks like everybody's going to set a lap here. Cody Webster just went up to second with his second lap, but so far no one beating Ollie Reeves. Trevor Burns comes to start his first lap. It's really just him and Michael Walls now, as Walls will complete his first lap first. As out of turn number 4, Micah will run a 29.92. That's good for 11th. Let's see what Trevor Burns runs. A 29.87. That's good for 11th. He jumps Micah. So we'll see what they can do on their second laps.
With them wrapping the bottom.
It's out of turn 4. Here comes Michael Walls for his second lap. Improves up to 7th. Let's see where Trevor Burns goes. Back to 11th. So that should have been our last two drivers. Looks like Ollie Reeves is going to get the pole. And that number 31. As once a qualifying wraps up here, we'll get to your starting grid. Not a big field for tonight, as 13 drivers are ready to take on 134 laps. So qualifying wraps up, and we'll show you your starting grid. So on the pole, we have Ollie Reeves. Right beside him is Cody Webster. Row number 2, Tarpley in that 25 with Larry Miles. Row number 3, Cody Ramirez and Brian Lorenzo. Row number 4, Michael Walls with Wyatt Roberts. And then rounding out your top 10, Brett Bennett with Bradley Sawinski.
P11, we have Trevor Burns. P12, Amir Bascom. And last but not least, we have Declan George.
And I'm sorry, I have not been live in the Discord for you to watch. There you go. So if I could figure out how to get rid of the starting grid, there we go. I do gotta do something real quick. I still have driver audio on, so I should probably turn that off real quick. So we'll just go to the back to the news scene for a second. But while that is happening, I'll let you, Shane, start thinking about your pick to win this race. So who do you got your eye on, Shane?
Oh, is it cheating if I pick the pole sitter? I feel kind of morally bad whenever I get the first
No,
pick and I
it's
do
not
that.
cheating.
But
It is not cheating.
I've had the pleasure of watching Ollie Reeves a lot these since I've been covering SAAC, and he's just always up on the front and on the 1.5 miles, and I think he has the speed necessary to get it done tonight.
Well, since I don't really know many of the people here, I think I'm just going to go with someone I do know and I have known for many years. That's the 24 of Michael Walls. I think he can get it done tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway. So they're your JCTV picks for tonight's race. 134 laps, 13 drivers ready to take on. This is going to be Ollie Reeves with Cody Webster on the front row here. So of course we're here at the repaved. They repaved this track back in 2017, and they've been trying to make it over the years, trying to make it a multi-group racetrack, but it just seems like everybody still runs that inside lane. But we'll see what these drivers do tonight, as we're in for a long one here in the at Texas Motor Speedway. As the lights are off on the pace car, only one pace lap around to get this thing started, and it's going to peel down pit road. It's going to be Ollie Reeves with Cody Webster on the front row as they enter the restart zone. Green flags out here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh, contact.
Oh, yeah, Ollie Reeves missed a shift or something. He is very slow on the start.
Yeah, I picked him to win, and he missed the shift. That's my bad.
Yeah, it looks like he's still trying to get that thing going. That's going to hand the lead to Cody Webster, and he's going to lead lap number 1 here. As Larry Miles has gotten up to second, Brian Lorenzo third, Wyatt Roberts on his back bumper though. See back here, Tarpley way up the racetrack.
A lot of loose race cars tonight. I noticed a few guys sliding already.
Yeah, especially getting up into that in that little PJ1 up there in that seam. That's where a lot of drivers will be losing it tonight, as we've seen many times before. We got a battle for 5th. Bradley Sawinski going underneath Michael Walls, trying to make that pass work. As Micah's trying to crowd him down on the bottom, but Bradley Sawinski didn't really want that to happen. He kind of moved the lane up. Still side by side for 5th. None of these drivers giving early here. It's just right behind them. They're side by side for, I believe, the 9th position. That's Tarpley down low and Brett Bennett up high. As Cody Webster, he is pulled away from the rest of this field. As Micah's trying to clear himself on Brad Sawinski, but Sawinski's still sticking his nose underneath. Micah will prevail that lap. As after these two, it's just a single file train in front of them, with Larry Miles, Brian Lorenzo, and Wyatt Roberts. But these two, the 24 and 28, they just cannot get away from each other right now. Finally, Brad Sawinski clears, coming to lap 7. As up here, battle for 2nd. Brian Lorenzo underneath Larry Miles. Now Miles stuck on that outside lane. Wyatt Roberts takes advantage. Bradley Sawinski going to try to take advantage as well. Side by side for that 5th spot. Micah might also take advantage. He will. And Larry Miles is going to have to settle in. Oh, I thought he's going to be able to settle in behind Micah, but here comes Amari underneath him. Not Amari, Amir. My bad.
Yeah, 30 got stuck on the outside and got freight train.
Tarpley into the wall a little bit there off turn number 4. As he's looking to the outside of Mir right now. Trying to take that, looks like 7th spot away. As we come to lap number 10, Cody Webster, he's got a 2-second lead over Brian Lorenzo right now. As Lorenzo just has the rest of this pack besides Ollie Reeves behind him. Maybe a few others, Trevor Burns and Declan George also kind of fell off this pack. Bradley Sawinski making another move. Currently our biggest mover, up 7 spots if he can get around Wyatt Roberts.
The Mississippi missiles flying through the field. We got Michael Walls, P5 behind these guys.
Larry Miles continues to fall back to 9th right now. Oh, Tarpley almost got into the side of him there. But that 30 machine, he's just been slowly falling back since getting stuck on that outside lane. So back up here, looks like Brian Lorenzo is kind of pulling away from this little pack he had behind him, as Michael Wall is still side by side with Wyatt Roberts. And he will take 4th away. Now, when I was talking to Micah before this race, he's told me, don't worry, I will get an interview tonight. So he's looking for a podium finish here at Texas Motor Speedway. He's currently 1 spot short, but he can definitely get it. Still a lot of time left in this race.
Yeah, Mike always puts on a show for us on JCTV.
Yeah, he's gotten a few wins. Has had a lot of not gonna say a lot of, but has had a few controversies too. Anytime Micah gets behind a wheel, you know something is going to happen in that race. No matter if it's good or bad, it's most of the time centered around this number 24 machine. It's back behind Micah a little bit. I see this 21 of Mir running that outside lane a little bit. Looks like the only one kind of running up there now goes back low. Maybe he just couldn't find speed. It looks like Brian Lorenzo is slowly catching Cody Webster. I don't know if Webster might have used his tires up pretty big there. Most likely that's the case, because Lorenzo has pulled in about half a second.
Yeah, and with 134 laps tonight, I suspect we'll see a lot of comers and goers and people going charging forwards and then falling back as they use up their tires.
So there is a stage in this league. It's on lap 45, but there's no caution for it. And just gotta remind myself, because I do have a graphic for that, but I'm not sure how many of them actually get stage points. I think it's top 10.
Yeah, I think so.
So it looks like only 3 drivers will be missing out on stage points tonight. Right now, those 3 drivers are Trevor Burns, Ollie Reeves, and Declan George. Micah making a move for third, and he will take third away from Bradley Sawinski. Sawinski thought about a crossover there, but now he's got Wyatt Roberts underneath him. Ooh, Wyatt Roberts got on that apron. Got loose up into Sawinski. Kept this car straight, though. Here comes Amir.
The great save.
Yeah, nice save, especially in these next gens where I think many of us learned that it is pretty easy to overcorrect in these next gens.
The rack and pinion steering makes it just so much harder for me, at least in my opinion, when I've been driving than the last generation of cars.
Yeah, I try to avoid driving these cars. I'm not really the biggest fan of them.
Same.
But we're gonna see a battle for the lead here as Lorenzo has caught Cody Webster. We'll see when he makes that pass. If he doesn't make it quick, Micah could catch up to both of them and maybe take the lead. Lorenzo just going to stay on his back bumper. As now he looks low. Webster's going to block it though. While this was happening, Wyatt Roberts got around Bradley Sawinski for fourth. As here comes Lorenzo once again, looking underneath in turns 2. Trying to take that lead away. Webster, we'll see if he puts up a fight here.
Yeah, the one was just biding his time patiently.
A little bit of contact made between the 2 leaders. Oh, Lorenzo! Oh, another great save in turns 4. Michael Wall is going to go to the outside. Yeah, they were making a lot of contact heading into turn 3 there. And Lorenzo almost got turned, but he held on to it. Going to lose a few positions, though. So that puts Micah in second, Wyatt Roberts third. And they're slowly creeping in on the leaders as well. This is now down to about half a second. And like we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, we're not the normal commentators for this league. The usual commentators are all on vacation right now, so that's why I'm here and Shane's here, just stepping in as some booth fillers. So if you're wondering where Josh Coppernoll and I'm not sure who the co-commentator is for this league, but if you're wondering where they all are, they're on vacation right now. So they're not going to be here as Michael Wall's into the wall behind Cody Webster as Brian Lorenzo gets back around Wyatt Roberts.
Yeah, this is another advantage of the next gen is that the body is a lot tougher, so you can kind of bounce it off the wall a few times, and as long as you don't bend the toe length, you're good.
Yeah, these next gens are weird when it comes to the damage model. I mean, you can just barely get touched in the wheel and break your toe link and ruin your whole day. And then you see drivers like hit other drivers head on and they're fine. It's Michael
Yeah.
Walls going for the race lead.
Save it. Oh,
Oh, we got a wreck.
no.
It involves all the leaders.
That got real interesting real fast.
And it was just when someone knocked on my door, so I was focused on them, so I didn't really see what happened. We'll go back to the replay.
Micah got loose underneath another car, made contact.
It's Micah going for the race lead. Yeah, got loose underneath Cody Webster. And then around Webster goes, and then here comes Wyatt Roberts. Tried to avoid Webster, comes down into Brian Lorenzo.
Yeah, it's just so hard once you're behind a little bit once you're loose and behind a little bit on the steering, it's so hard to catch back up, and I think that contributed to what just happened here. Yeah, the 42 did a good job to not actually hit anything really. I mean, he got a little bit of a tap in the quarter panel, but otherwise that car looks pretty pristine still.
Yeah, Cody Webster hit that wall pretty hard. Looks like he's still continuing as everybody's down pit road. It looks like it's going to be Wyatt Roberts out first. Sorry for that bag sound. So yeah, Wyatt Roberts out first, Larry Miles second, then it's Brett Bennett third. And I guess while we're under caution, do you want to bring up one of the drivers in the race?
Oh God, I'm sorry. I've never done this on.
Well, it's either Brett Bennett or Trevor Burns, either one. We'll pull up Traber. See how he's handling right now. He might be in a mid conversation right now with his team, but I don't care. I'm gonna bring him up. If I can learn Discord, here we go. Wait, are we coming to the choose cone? Oh shoot, we're at the choose cone. Never mind. Thought we were gonna have longer caution laps, but I guess they shortened it to 1. Choose cone that time by Wyatt Roberts low, Larry Miles up high, Brett Bennett, then Ollie Reeves, Bradley Szewinski, Tarpley, or no, that's not Tarpley. That's George, and that's number 17. Then it's Amir in that 21, and then Tarpley in the 25, then Traver Burns and Michael Walls.
Yeah, Reeves gained a lot of on that caution, he gained a lot of the track position he lost on the initial start. So I'm excited to see what he can do now that he's back up to row 2.
So coming back to the green flag. Pull up the lap counter here. Coming to lap 33, just shy of 100 laps to go. It's going to be Wyatt Roberts leading us with Larry Miles right beside him. And green flags back in the air here at Texas Motor Speedway. I noticed on that restart, the yellow car of Ollie Reeves pulled the lane higher, maybe just in case he had another bad restart. But he did not, as he holds down fourth. Here comes Brett Bennett to the race lead. Trying to take that lead away from Wyatt Roberts. But Roberts is going to hold on. Is now Ollie Reeves underneath Brett Bennett, trying to take that second spot away.
Roberts too, yeah, he was involved in that last accident, and he's already back up to first.
Yeah, he was. He came off pit road first. As now he's going to pull away a little bit. As we got 100 laps to go this time by. You can tell Cody Webster back there, he has fallen off with that damage.
Unfortunate.
See another driver with a bit of front end damage. Bradley Sawinski, his Camaro nose is not so pointed anymore, as it's pretty flat on the front, but it looks like he's still keeping pace. It looks like he's got back bumper damage as well. I'm not sure how that happened. I don't know if it was on pit road or if maybe he had a little separate wreck. But he's got front and back bumper damage. Wyatt Roberts continues the lead. Ollie Reeves, though, got clear of Brett Bennett, so he's going to try to reel him in. If I can find the point standings again. I'm pretty sure Ollie Reeves is top 3 in points right now. Yeah, he's sitting third. He still has a shot to get second in points. Only about... let me see here. Yeah, only about 20 points out from Cody Ramirez. And right now, Ramirez is running 12th. So he still has a shot at second in points. I don't think he's going to be able to get up there. I don't think anyone's beating Jordan Kuntz. We got a few laps to go before the stage ends. Of course, no caution when that stage checkered flies. Back here, side by side, Michael Walls trying to pass Bradley Sawinski. Trevor Burns and Tarpley also battling right behind them, as Burns looked like he got a bit loose, almost came down into Tarpley, and into the wall he goes. Here comes Declan George underneath him. Micah almost spun in front of these guys, but he held on to it.
And a lot of help there, yeah.
I'll go back and take a look at that replay real quick. Because, yeah, Tarpley had a big run. Looked 3 wide, got into the back of Micah. Nice heads up driving there by Sawinski, too, to avoid that 24. A nice save by Micah. But he's going to fall all the way back to 12th. Is up front. Here comes Ollie Reeves to the race lead. Wyatt Roberts going to try to look back underneath him. Here comes Roberts.
Ooh, crossover.
Yeah, nice little crossover. Roberts would have won that race if that was the final lap. We got about 3 laps to go on the stage. Ollie Reeves way up the racetrack. It's going to allow Roberts to take the lead back. As here comes Ollie Reeves once again, trying to go for that stage win. Still be coming to 2 laps to go at the line. As Ollie Reeves is going to take the point. He clears Wyatt Roberts. We'll see if Roberts maybe tries to battle back here. So we had a slow car off of turn number 4. That's Cody Rivera's second in points right now. Not sure what happened to him. We'll look back in just a second. As here comes Wyatt Roberts underneath Ollie Reeves. I'm hoping it's the end of lap 45 and not the start of 45. We should be with white flag in this stage.
A great battle.
I also hope Micah's not lying to me. He's the one who told me that it was lap 45. But Ollie Reeves is going to have one more shot here. Don't think he's going to be able to get there. He hits the apron, gets a little bit loose up the racetrack. It looks like it's going to be Wyatt Roberts who's going to take the stage win. We'll pull up the stage results here. So Wyatt Roberts picks it up. Ollie Reeves second. Brett Bennett, Larry Miles, and then Tarpley. And the rest of your field, Trevor Burns, Bradley Sawinski, Amir, Michael Walls, and Brian Lorenzo rounds out the top 10. I hope I did that right. As we'll take a look back, see what happened to that 36, I believe, of Cody Rivera's. We could find out what happened. Ah, here we go. Well, shoot. Let me go back. I forgot 1 is my reset button. It's also the button to change the camera angle. There we go. On the back bumper of George, and I don't know what that was. I really don't know what that was. So he gets on the back bumper of that 17, and I don't know if it was netcode from the 1, because the 1 was been lagging, but the 1 was so far away. Speaking of 1, he has just wrecked on the racetrack and has brought out the caution. We'll take back, see what happens to the 1 of Brian Lorenzo. Yeah, he's been having lagging issues all day. As it looks like it actually started a little bit ahead of him. Micah and Amir going at it. And they make contact, almost sending Micah around. They save it. And then the 1, yeah, he just disappears, and I don't think Bradley Sawinski really knows where he went. I don't even know where he went, but he appears spinning coming off of turn number 4. So that's going to bring out our second caution of the night here at Texas Motor Speedway. As everybody's down pit road for their second stop, it's going to be Wyatt Roberts leading us in. We'll see if he can win the race off pit road again. As he's into his box. Everybody stopping in their boxes. As the 36 kind of overshot his box, which that's going to help Cody Rivera's after his weird spin earlier to fix some of that damage. But it's going to be Wyatt Roberts winning the race off pit road again. Ollie Reeves second. Brett Bennett third. That's Tarpley fourth, and Larry Miles fifth. As we still have all 13 drivers left in this race, really only one of them off pace due to the damage, and that's Larry, or not Larry Miles, that's Cody Webster. We'll see how bad the 36's damage is as well. I see multiple drivers down pit road just taking extra repair. Sawinski, Ramirez, Lorenzo, Webster, as Lorenzo is out and away now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think was the right front damage on the 36 of Rivera's all from netcode, from that weird netcode incident. Or I think so.
Yeah, he had a little bit of back bumper damage as well as he went back bumper first to the wall, but yeah, that was just a weird wreck. I'm just gonna blame it on netcode because the one has been having lagging issues all day, so it was so far away though. That was such far away netcode, but it's really the only thing you can blame it on. So we'll see, maybe Cody Webster is back up the pace as he's got to stay down pit road for a little bit longer to repair some damage. Looks like Sawinski has gotten his Camaro nose back to a point. So he might be good. I'm not sure if there's fast repairs in this league or not. I doubt it. Usually the leagues don't have it, but you never know. Coming out of turn number 4, the pace car is going to peel back down pit road. It's going to be Wyatt Roberts again leading us with Ollie Reeves to his outside. And entering the restart zone, a green flag back in the air here at Texas Motor Speedway. Nice start by Ollie Reeves in that 31. He's looking low for the race lead already on Wyatt Roberts. Ooh, Roberts gets way up the racetrack. Trevor Burns to the wall behind them. Ollie Reeves might be able to clear here, and it looks like he will. So Ollie Reeves back to the point. As Trevor Burns hardens to the wall again. Lorenzo's going to go to his outside. George is going to go to his inside. Now here comes Sawinski as well. Up front, ooh. Larry Miles thought about making a move on Tarpley. Tarpley went down to block it. Now here comes Larry Miles to his outside. It's Brett Bennett's all over the back bumper of Wyatt Roberts. As battle for the lead, Wyatt Roberts looked high. See if he's going to be able to keep it up there, way up the racetrack. Keeps it off the wall, though. Here comes Brett Bennett, 3 wide underneath Ollie Reeves. And looking for the lead now. Trying to pass Wyatt Roberts now, as Ollie Reeves has company from Tarpley. 2x2x2 with the front 6. Almost looks like a plate race out there right now. But Brett Bennett is going to clear for the race lead. And he's going to come up here to lead his first lap of the night.
Yeah, I think it'd be very appropriate if you and your first time broadcasting were to call Brett Bennett's first win on JCTV.
Yeah, I was just about to say I've been racing on in JCTV leagues for about a year and a half now, and I don't think Brett Bennett has ever won on it. Maybe tonight's the night. They're all dicing for position back here. Ollie Reeves forced 3 wide once again. Amir to his outside, Laird Miles to his inside. Wyatt Roberts making contact with Tarpley. As Tarpley looks like he's going to be able to get second. Michael Walls slowly making his way through the field once again. He's looking to the outside of Roberts. He might be able to pass him here, and looks like he might be able to clear that 42. He will. So Michael Walls back up into that podium position. Here comes Amir to the outside of Ollie Reeves. He's going to get that position. Moves him up into 5th. There's Tarpley all over the back bumper of Brett Bennett. Looking to the outside. Couldn't quite make a run up there. Brett Bennett, a little bit of contact there for the race lead. That's going to allow Michael Walls to get underneath both of them, but he hits the apron. So Tarpley's going to lead that lap as Brett Bennett falls back to 5th. Still side by side for a race lead. Micah is going to try once again. See if he'll hit this apron this time. Doesn't look like it, and he's going to clear Tarpley for the race lead. Meanwhile, behind them, Amir in that 21. He's slowly making his way through this field as Tarpley's back to the outside of Michael Walls. But now Micah's going to finally clear that 25 to take the race lead. Wyatt Roberts and Amir still side by side for this 3rd spot.
And yeah, for a field of only 13 cars, we've had like what, 6 different leaders tonight, which is awesome to see how competitive it's been at the front.
Yeah, definitely, and only really one driver off pace. That's Cody Webster, and that's 77, who's 12 seconds back right now. As we hit the line this time by, it will be, I believe, 60 laps to go here at Texas. Still about one more pit stop this race. My bad, that's 70 laps to go. Math is hard. But Micah's pulling away with the race lead right now. He's got a few car links right now. Ollie Reeves looking to the outside of Brett Bennett for 5th. As here comes Amir. Look to the outside of Tarpley. But now he's got Wyatt Roberts underneath him. But Amir's going to clear Tarpley. Now he's going to set his sights on the leader of Michael Walls. As Ollie Reeves got around Brett Bennett for that 5th spot. Here comes Wyatt Roberts underneath Tarpley. So far, Micah has pulled away about half a second lead over the rest of this field. Ollie Reeves trying to work that outside lane. Almost got to the outside of Tarpley, but he blocked it. So it looks like that outside lane is kind of coming into play. We saw Amir passing a whole bunch of drivers up there to get up to second. And now Ollie Reeves trying to do the same thing. Wyatt Roberts pretty loose off the corner. Gonna finally give up that position to Ollie Reeves. Now he's got Brett Bennett to his outside lane, shoving him up the track a little bit. As Ollie Reeves has a run on Tarpley down low, trying to take that spot away for third. But couldn't quite get there. Now he's got Brett Bennett to his outside. While all this is happening, Michael Walls has pulled away to about a second now with that race lead. Reeves is going to clear Brett Bennett. Wyatt Roberts has company from Larry Miles. Has 8 drivers right now. You could basically put them under a blanket from Amir to Bradley. All kind of just in this draft pack right now.
Yeah, when you have all these drivers so close to each other, they're taking the air off each other and preventing each other from running their preferred lines, and that's why they're all kind of slowing each other down inadvertently.
Yeah, the only driver that's really liking this right now is that 24 of Michael Walls, up to about a second and a half lead now over Tarpley, as Tarpley side by side with Amir. But he's going to clear that 21. Now he's got company from Ollie Reeves. So Ollie Reeves now clears up the second. We'll see if he can lead this charge up to Michael Walls. It's back here, Larry Miles trying to go for position on Amir. It looks like he's going to be able to take it. Now here comes Brian Lorenzo underneath Amir for 6th.
And yeah, that top, it seems to work well on the short run, but it just hasn't quite seemed to materialize on the long run.
So coming to 59 laps to go, we'll take a look and see who has your fastest lap today. Looks like it's going to go to your race leader. Actually, no, Cody Webster with a 29.38. That must have been when he was out front leading this race. And it looks like clean air is going to be, looks like the biggest key here. Because Michael Walls and Ollie Reeves, they both ran a 29.45. That's the second fastest lap of this race. And they've both been up here in the lead. As Ollie Reeves, he's pulling away from the rest of that field. He's slowly creeping in on Michael Walls' lead. Is that one of Brian Lorenzo? I think he might have saved his tires a little bit better than everybody else, because he's currently making a move for 3rd, and he was just 7th not too long ago. As he gets up into 3rd, trying to chase back down the leaders.
Yeah, especially because you don't, or I at least don't really think of Texas as a high tire wear track compared to places like old Atlanta or Darlington, but the tires really do degrade over a long run, and yeah, Lorenzo seems to have done a good job of saving rubber on those good years.
Yeah, he's gotten up to third and slowly pulling away from Tarpley and the rest of the field. As Ollie Reeves has closed into within a second on Michael Walls. I believe our last pit stops, let's see, they all came down on lap number 50. So we've almost gone 30 laps since they've last pitted. So maybe within about the next maybe 8 to 10 laps, we'll see them come in again. Usually the fuel run is about 35, 40 laps in other leagues I race in, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same here. So I'm just trying to kind of basing it off other leagues, but who knows. As we do have one driver in. All the way back here in 12th, that's Declan George. Not sure if that's scheduled or not. We'll see if he starts breaking down everybody else.
Yeah, if that was strategy, because he was around 10th, I do like the strategy of just short pitting and doing what the others aren't doing.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's a two-stopper from here. I don't think you can make it on one stop. But we'll just have to see. It's Ollie Reeves. Pretty close to Michael Walls right now, trying to run that outside lane. Have some clean air. They're catching up to a lap car of Cody Webster, who's somewhat off pace after his earlier crash.
Yeah, that's such a shame because Webster was up there leading laps.
So Cody Webster going to run that outside lane, going to give Mike at the inside. Also going to let Ollie Reeves down there, as he's going to go a lap down. As I'm guessing that stop for the 17 was not scheduled, as he's been the only one to pit so far. So check back in on the race lead. Michael Walls still leading, but he's got Aldi Reese behind him. And Brian Lorenzo slowly creeping in on these two as well. But I think he's going to have to hope Micah holds up Ollie Reeves here. Because once that 31 gets around this 24, he's going to be gone. As here comes Ollie Reeves down low trying to take that race lead away. Micah's gonna... Didn't really crowd him, but Ollie Reeves kind of slid up the racetrack almost into Micah. This is going to help that one catch both of these drivers. He's pulled into about a second. But Ollie Reeves, he might have advantage here. And it looks like he will. So that 31 of Ollie Reeves, not clear yet. Michael Wallace still holding strong on the outside lane. Now he's clear, so Ollie Reeves back to the race lead. We're started on pole, missed a shift on the start, and has just been climbing ever since. Has gotten to the lead a few times tonight, but had lost it. But now I think he can hold on to this race lead for a little while here. As I actually think it's going to be a one more stop from here on out, not a two-stopper. We got one car off track on the front straightaway. That's second in points again, Cody Ramirez. That's not going to bring out the caution. Oh, now it brings out the caution. With about 44 laps to go. And he's got a ton of damage to that race car. So this is going to probably end his night. It's going to help Ollie Reeves maybe get up to second in points. So we'll go back and see what happened to that 36. He's running all by himself. And oh, he hits that apron, and we talk about the overcorrection. These cars. Yep. And that's a terrible spot to hit the wall on the front straightaway. Oh my goodness. And Declan George flies in there.
That jump scared me.
That's going to end both of their days. George's right front is all kinds of not right. We're right on board. I don't have all the fancy camera packs like Dawson Allen has, but we'll try to improvise here. We'll ride on board with the 17 of Declan George. You'll see Cody Ramirez way up there, hits the wall. Oh, yeah. George was just committed to that inside lane, and Cody just kept coming down. Got one more replay here.
That sucks. He just didn't have enough time to react there.
So everybody's coming in, probably for their final stops. So we'll see who can get out first. Michael Walls leaving his pit box. Let's see if he can get up there and beat Ollie Reeves. He will not, so Reeves will come out first. Walls second, Miles third, and Tarpley fourth. Cody Webster will get the lucky dog. But they should be able to make it on fuel now, as we got about 42 laps to go. So they should be good on fuel. They went almost... See, how far did they go? They pitted lap 92. Last one before that was lap 50, so that's about 42 laps. So they should be good on fuel, especially under this caution where they can save a little bit if they need to. It's really just going to be a game of who can save their tires the best and who can really get out to that clean air as well. So we'll pull in Traber into the booth real quick before we go green. Hey Traber, it's the boys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it's been a pretty eventful race up front, and you were kind of in the mix a little bit there, but it looks like you've kind of fallen off after hitting that wall a few times. This pit stop's going to help you out, but how does it feel on the track down there?
Yeah, it's loose as hell, but hopefully the damage fixes that a bit. It's really a test between, how much you drive on that right front. Some guys are up there, they're saying they got 58 percent left on the right front at the end of the run. Me and my teammate had 76, so it's a real interesting dynamic of how much guys are saving the right front and stuff. So now we're just gonna have a little sprint to the end here, a little 45 lap or whatever it is sprint. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, I know. Of course, you can most likely make it on field from here. It's just really a matter of who can save their tires the best, which tire wear hasn't really been that big tonight. It's definitely shown, but it hasn't really been that big. So it's really just who can have the best tire wear and who can get out front and get that clean air. So you think you could do that in that O2 machine?
Uh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get up to the front with the damage, but I'm gonna. I think a top 5 is still possible. So we'll see.
All right, well, Draper, we're coming to the choose cone, and I'll let you go here. So thank you for your time, and enjoy these last like 39 laps.
Yes, sir. I'll have a damn good time. Thank you.
So that was Draper Birds, one of the drivers, and also one of our JCTV commentators.
He's great. I love Traver.
So after that wreck, it looks like two drivers going to be actually only one driver. Declan George is still down pit road repairing his damage, but Cody Rivera's out only 4 laps down, and that's the thing about the next gen. He hit head on into that wall. He's only 4 laps down. Declan George hit his right front, and he's still on pit road trying to repair that toe link. So coming back to the restart zone, it's going to be Ollie Reeves with Michael Walls on the front row, Larry Miles and Wyatt Roberts in that second row. Back into the restart zone, a green flag back in the air here at Texas as Michael Walls does not get a good start. Oh, Brett Bennett hard into the wall.
Oh.
I don't know if he had some wheel spin or not. No caution, but he's going to tow it to pit lane. We'll go back and take a look at what happened to Brett. On the restart, underneath Sawinski. Oh, he clips that grass. Gets loose.
Yeah, I've done that a lot before. Just you hit the grass and then you're just dead basically.
Yeah, pulled a Dale Jr. 2014 as Brian Lorenzo just nearly avoiding that 47, but we're under caution now, so we'll go back live. Not sure who wrecked, or if they're just throwing the caution for that 47, and it looks like that's exactly what they did, because I'm not seeing anybody wrecked on the monitor. So I believe our fourth caution of the night. So now we are pacing once again. We'll be pacing all the way past 100 laps tonight. So we come on to lap 99. And it's pretty Really hasn't been chaotic, but it also has not been calm. We've had 4 cautions, a few different big hits, but we've also seen some great battling for the lead in all these positions. And even though we only have 13 drivers, they've really put on a show tonight.
Yeah, and none of them have looked. I mean, some drivers, especially Ollie Reeves and Wyatt Roberts was out there for a while, and so was Michael Walls, and they've all led a lot of laps, but nobody's looked truly dominant tonight. There's been a lot of equality.
Yeah, I wish I had a lap lad counter, but I don't think I have one of those on my leaderboard. But I believe we saw Michael leading a lot there. We saw Cody Webster lead a lot earlier. So I'm pretty sure it's one of them who have led the most laps tonight, but Ollie Reeves might be able to take that if he can lead the rest of this thing. Still not at the choose cone yet. We'll be choosing next time by, it looks like. As Brett Bennett looks like join the DNF list. By the way, Cody Ramirez towed it to the pit lane while Brett was wrecking, so looks like he's going to be out of this race too. So that just leaves 10. Basically 9 because Cody Webster is off pace, still trying to repair his damage.
Yeah, we're seeing double on Ollie's car tonight because we got Ollie's on the name rail and then Ollie's on the hood and the quarter panel for sponsorship. Yeah, double Ollie going on.
Yeah, it's easy when you have like a name of a store that's, you know, well known around the United States and probably other countries. Of course, Ollie's a just a little store, good stuff cheap, as their motto goes. I got one that's about maybe 25 minutes from my house, so I go there sometimes. But if we come to the choose cone, Ollie Reeves going to choose that inside, Larry Miles outside. Then it's Michael Walls, Wyatt Roberts, Amari and Tarpley, Sawinski and Burns, and Lorenzo and Webster.
Brett just said on Discord that copying the Dale Jr. line was a mistake.
At least, luckily with these cars, the splitters don't really dig into the grass like Dale Jr.'s did. Unfortunately, though, he did hit that outside wall pretty hard, so that's what it's going to end his night. But the pace car going to peel back down pit road. It's going to be Ollie Reeves with Larry Miles. It feels like we've had a different front row every restart. Green flag in the air here at Texas. Three wide behind them. Back to 2. Wyatt Roberts stuck in that outside lane. He's got Sawinski underneath him. As now 3 wide once again. Sawinski way down low underneath Amir. Roberts into that loose stuff, kind of getting loose on the outside lane. Contact between the 28 and 21. They keep it straight for now. As entering this wide turns 1 and 2. Roberts still stuck on that outside lane. Now he's going to fall back behind Amari. Not Amari, Amir, my bad. Keep calling him Amari. As Sawinski thought he was clear, but Amir still to his outside lane. Side by side. Ooh, Amir into the wall. That might allow Sawinski to clear, and looks like it will. Now here comes Tarpley underneath that 21. Looks like Amir going to hold that position. The 17's back out on the racetrack. 12 laps down. As we come to 30 laps to go this time by. Ali Reeves currently in the lead. Amir gets a shot from Tarpley. Tarpley looking underneath. It looks like Larry Miles might have hit that apron. I thought Bradley Sawinski was going to get underneath him, but he did not. So these two still side by side for this 5th spot. While the top 4 pretty much pulling away. Riot Roberts looked like he hit the grass there a little bit, but he held on to it, trying to make that move on the 21. You see the outside lane looks like it's starting to die out. As that 21's fading back slowly. Cody Rivera is back out on the racetrack as well. As up front, top 5 pretty much all within a line. As Micah looked high there. Tucks back in behind Ollie Reeves. As here comes Tarpley on the outside of Larry Miles. I think Miles might have hit the apron. Got a little bit loose. Micah in this 24, he's been running an interesting line coming out of turn number 2. Kind of getting a lot higher than Ollie Reeves. Trying to close in on that 31, but he's still got a lot of time to pass him. So you'll see right here, we'll see if the 24 does it again. Yeah, you see he pulls way higher than Ollie Reeves. Coming off that corner, maybe trying to get a little bit of clean air. As Tarpley thought about making a move on Sawinski. Decides to back off a little bit. Right now, Ollie Reeves just has a train behind him of about 8 other cars.
Yeah, you'd almost think it was a plate track the way they're all nose to tail.
And that's how these next gens are. It's very easy, especially here on iRacing, to stay within the draft. It's kind of like the trucks. As long as you're in the draft at these like 1.5 mile racetracks, you're pretty much good. Until maybe the long run where the guys who save their tires a little bit better start to pull away. As here comes Michael Walls trying to get back to the race lead. And he will take it from Ollie Reeves as they're side by side behind him. Tarpley underneath Sawinski for 3rd. As here comes Ollie Reeves back to the outside lane. And Reeves is going to lead this lap. Micah's still holding. Oh, Trevor Bernhardt to the wall behind these guys. And that's definitely going to knock out his toe link. He's just going to coast it around on the apron to get on pit road here. Yeah, that right front isn't even spinning anymore. So if he wants to, he can join us up here in the booth. If he's going to DNF. Only if he wants to. As Michael Walls still looking underneath Reeves, but Reeves is going to finally clear him. Now here comes Tarpley on the outside. Trying to make that pass on the 24, but Michael looking back underneath Ollie Reeves. Where will that 25 go if these two tangle or maybe slow up? Will he force it 3 wide, or will he just try to push one? A little bit of contact between the 2 leaders.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly entertained right now. This is some quality racing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Ollie Reeves races, but I think everyone knows Michael Walls is one of the most aggressive drivers in this field, so he's going to try anything to win this race. And I think pick up his first SAAC coast-to-coast iRacing league win. Don't think he has one yet. But Reeves is going to clear him. Coming to 19 laps to go this time by. Looks like that 21 of Amir also lost touch with his pack. It looks like he's been into the wall. He's got a little bit of right side damage. So it looks like it's just going to be about 7 cars within a second, and all with a chance to win this race still. Lorenzo passes Wyatt for 5th. The top 2 kind of pulling away from the rest of this field. So here comes Lorenzo. Thought about looking underneath Swinski there, but decides to back out. Back up front. I don't know if Micah's just going to try to set up a move here late, as he's kind of backed off a little bit. Start coming up to a lap car. That's Cody Ramirez. It's back here. Here comes Brian Lorenzo underneath Brad Sawinski. Now Wyatt Roberts underneath that 28, trying to make that pass for 5th. Now we saw last green flag run, that one of Brian Lorenzo looked like he saved his tires a little bit better than everybody else. So we'll see if he's done the same thing as he's climbed his way up to 4th and now looking for 3rd on Tarpley. As the 2 leaders, they've kind of pulled away from the rest of this field, as Micah's about half a second from that 25 of Tarpley. Larry Miles looking to make a move on Swinski back here. He will get by for 6th. This looks like, as his longer run prevails, everybody's starting to spread apart from each other to a few different packs. So Ollie Reeves gets into that dirty air of Cody Ramirez. That's allowed Michael Walls to close in a little bit. As Lorenzo making a big move behind for 3rd on Tarpley, and he's going to get it. Maybe not. Tarpley fighting hard on the outside lane, but he's going to clear a little bit of a bump draft there. Lorenzo's going to keep it, though. Back up front, Micah all over the back bumper of Ollie Reeves. He's going to try everything he can to pass that 31, but he still has 13 laps. Still quite a bit of time for that 24.
Yeah, the Mississippi missile's just waiting for a time to strike at the moment. It's just cautiously waiting back, but will eventually strike out. That was a bad analogy, I'm sorry.
Oh, you good. I've had many of those. So 11 laps to go. Micah still, as we have one car having issues in the back. That's Cody Webster running 9th right now. Looks like might have gotten loose off turn 4, went into the grass. No caution though. As we come to 10 laps to go, it's Ollie Reeves with Michael Walls right behind him. Ollie Reeves needs a good day if he wants to have any shot, if there's still even a shot to pass, to catch up to Jordan Kuntz for that championship. But he can at least pass Cody Ramirez for that second spot in points. Michael Walls, nowhere close to the championship battle, but he just wants to come out here and win. So coming to 9 laps to go, Micah's still about 2/10 behind that 31. And it's been like that for a little while now. Back here, Larry Miles trying to pass Tarpley for 4th. As the top 3 have pretty much pulled away from the rest of the field. So unless something happens to them or we get a caution, the top 3 is pretty much set. But we're going to still see a battle back here for 4th and maybe on back. It looks like he looks to be really good in 1 and 2. Maybe not that time by, but Ollie Reeves gets him in 3 and 4. Coming to 7 laps to go. Brian Lorenzo just keeping it about 8, 9/10 back. See if he has anything left of that one car to maybe catch up to the leaders. Larry Miles, he cleared Tarpley for that 4th spot. So if you're Michael Walls coming to 6 laps to go, do you stay in the draft of this 31, or do you maybe try to run a different lane to get clean air? As he gets a big run off of turn 4, here he comes for the race lead. So he's going to have to get up to that quarter panel side drive, that 31, side by side for the race lead. Lorenzo's coming. He's about a half second back. It's Micah up the racetrack. Little bit of contact between these two. Up the track they both go. Reeves is going to hold on to it. Micah couldn't stay side by side with him. Now that one car of Brian Lorenzo is close. 5 laps to go.
Wow, this is incredible. That one car put off a full half a second in the last few laps.
Yeah,
coming rapidly.
I don't know what speed Michael Wallace found coming off turn 4 2 laps ago, but he found a lot of it. He's going to see if he can maybe find it again. Four laps to go. The top 3 within about 3.5 tenths of each other. Straber Burns comes off pit road. It's about 2 car lengths separating these two. It's Michael Wallace. He's got to find that thing. He's got to find that run he found out of turn 4 a few laps to go. As we got 3 laps to go. The gap is back to 2 tenths, and that's been about how it's been for most of this run. It's become to 2 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Still, the gap is about 2/10. Ollie Reeves started on pole, missed a shift, and had to battle his way back up front. But now he's back up front leading late as he has just disappeared off the racetrack, giving the lead to Michael Walls. The white flag is out. He's back.
Oh, good.
Pulling the lag switch on the field. That was almost big, but I think that might have spooked Michael Walls back a little bit. Down the back straightaway from the final time. And out of turn number 4, it's going to be Ollie Reeves in this number 31 machine, winning here at Texas Motor Speedway. He's going to drift it in 1 and 2. Michael comes from 2nd, Brian Lorenzo 3rd, Miles 4th, Tarpley 5th. That's your top 5. I got scared for a second there. I thought Ollie lagged out.
Same. Yeah, I was panicked internally.
As it's a all Camaro podium.
Congratulations. Congratulatory bumps there from fellow drivers.
Ollie Reeves going to burn it down here at Texas Motor Speedway. He's going to park it right close to the start-finish line. And looking at the points here, it looks like Ollie Reeves is our 2nd multiple-time winner this season. Jordan Kuntz, the only other one with 9 wins. So as he continues to burn it down, looks like he might have stopped now. We'll show the results of the race. If I can find it, here we go. So Ollie Reeves started on pole and he picks up the win tonight. Michael Walls 2nd, Brian Lorenzo 3rd, Larry Miles 4th, and Shockey Tarpley, hope I said that right, 5th, Brad Sawinski 6th, Wyatt Roberts 7th, the 21 of Amir 8th, Cody Webster 9th, and rounding out your top 10, Declan George.
We got Cody Rivera's P11, 14 down, P12, Traber Burns, and P13, Brett Bennett, 38 down.
So those are your results, and we'll go to the waiting room for the interviews, as no one's in the waiting room. So we'll just wait on them.
Yeah, that was a good race. I enjoyed watching that. We had that battle at the end there where it the race wasn't truly over until the very end, and just a lot of good competition throughout the field tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with only 13 drivers, 134 laps. I thought we were in for maybe for a long race, but no, it ended up being a very, very good one here at Texas. A lot of different lead changes, and it wasn't really just one driver going out there and dominating. So we only have one driver right now in the waiting room. It's Michael Walls. I'm not going to pull him in just yet, but if he's the only one, then we'll just pull him in. Try to tag the other two here. As I don't think they're going to be coming in here, so we'll just we'll bring in Traver Burns again. Just ask him what happened to him, just while we wait on the other ones. All right, Traver, it's the boys in the booth. You got a copy? Apparently not. All right, well, he can just stay here, and we'll go ahead and pull in Michael Wells, and since he finished second, typically that will be given to you, so you can interview him and ask him the questions, Shane, and I'll pull him in right now.
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, Mike, it's Shane up in the JCTV booth. As
Hello.
my southern grandmother said, the track was more slippery than a grease pig on a water slide. We had cars, slipping and sliding everywhere.
I
How
agree
did
with
you
that.
handle tonight?
It was just a battle of saving your tires the entire race. It was very slippery. Just yeah, a lot of fun.
And yeah, we saw you mixing it up in the front a lot, and you also led a lot of laps tonight. Is there kind of anything? I mean, you ran really well, but is there anything you wish you did a little different at the end?
Probably just save my tires a little better. I got a little damage earlier on, and I think it hurt it on in the longer run there. But I had a lot of fun there. Just wish I could have pulled it out. But it's whatever. We'll come back next week and try to win it.
And anything else? Any sponsor shout outs or and oh yeah, Ryan told me before the race that you were gonna give us an interview because you're gonna finish at that top 3, and sure enough you did. So
I did. I
Yeah,
told
just-
Bogey to pick me. I was going to win this thing. I sure had a good shot at it, but I just want to thank the JBM boys and Bill for I'll just keep on trying there. Hopefully we'll get it here soon.
But yeah, thanks for talking to us, and yeah, sorry for wrecking
you're-
you at
you're-
Lime Rock and ITPN. I still feel bad about that. And
You're all good.
yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, looks like Micah might be the only one we're gonna get tonight, as no one else seems to be joining the waiting room. So, you got any final thoughts before we head out here, Shane?
Yeah, the SAAC season is coming to a close here pretty soon, but I thought we had an amazing race tonight, and all the races I've watched this season have been amazing, so I'm just excited to see the upcoming season finale and just the momentum of that this series will have going into next season.
Yeah, we got one more race left. Don't know where the schedule is. I'm not sure what the final track is. Let me see. I think it was said somewhere. It is Nashville, so Nashville will be next week. We'll go over the rest of the JCTV. Oh, you know what? Our winner, Ollie Reeves, just got into the waiting room, so we'll pull him in real quick before we head out here.
Oops.
That
I forgot that's my
scared me.
I did that to Josh too. I'm sorry.
You're good. Well, obviously you have a copy with us, so yeah, you started on pole. What happened there on the start? Did you miss a shift?
No, my wheel just bugs out for no reason. It's been happening for like months now, but it's been getting like progressively worse. Basically, my wheel has like all timers. It just be like getting worse. But anyway, or whatever it's called. I don't know. All right. Anyway, yeah. But that restart made me mad, cause it just screwed me up. So I just had to like put my head down, just like go.
Well, you definitely battled back through all that. You got up to the lead a few points of this race, but then lost it. And then at the end there, those last 30-something laps, you held on in a nice battle there with Micah there. But you held on to get your second win of the season. How do you feel about that?
I'm just happy Jordan Kuntz wasn't here, man. That's all I gotta say. He has 9 wins, been dominant the entire season. The person to beat. Just happy he wasn't here so I can have a shot to win. But on a serious note, though, it was a good race. Like it was pretty fun. I'm just really happy to get this win.
All right, well, I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch Jordan Coots in points, but I believe you will be moving up to second in points. You were only 20 points behind Cody Ramirez, and he finished, I believe, outside the top 10 tonight. So I think you'll have second coming into Nashville. Maybe you can hold on to that. So you got any sponsors, teammates, shout-outs you want to do?
Nobody.
All right, Ali, well, thank you for your time. Congrats on your win, and I'll see you. Well, I probably won't see you next week, but the JCTV guys will see you next week at Nashville.
All right, thank you.
And that was Ollie Reeves, your race winner. So we'll go over the rest of the JCTV schedule this week. I know there's a league tomorrow. I can't remember what it was, and it might be on its off season. But Saturday, there is no BSR race. No races on Sunday. Monday, I can't remember that league as well. I think it might have just went on its off season too. And of course, Tuesday, usually SJRL, but it's on its off season. A lot of off seasons. And then we swing all the way to Wednesday for the XASCAR Cup Series, where I believe we head to Charlotte. And then from Wednesday to Thursday, we head to our final race here in the SAAC Coast to Coast iRacing Series at Nashville. Yeah, at Nashville Superspeedway. So I'm Ryan Bogey. Thank you, Shane, for joining me tonight. I know it was a bit last minute, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Be sure to tune in to the next few races and next week for our season finale here in SAAC. And yeah, take care. Have a good one. And I'll see you guys next time I have to fill in for for Josh or somebody.